Hey, and welcome to Ask the Life Coach Fika. Today I am here to answer your questions. And here is one that I received from one of our Fika friends. Hi, I've really been thinking about the coaching tool you gave me. Is it best to do two versions of each situation, the current thought and the best possible thought? So what she's referring to is a self-coaching model. And if you missed the video where I introduced the model, there's a link below you can click on to check it out. So remember how I said that when you have a current model, a current way of feeling or thinking or a current result that you have, that you can try and replace the thought in that model with a different thought and see how the whole model changes. So here's the example that I gave you. The circumstance is that I'm working 60 hours a week. Thought, I can't deal with this anymore. Feeling, overwhelm. Action, don't sleep at night, overeat to escape the negative feelings, distracting myself with social media, beat myself up, get irritated with others, acting out. The result is that I'm not dealing with it, the 60-hour work week. Now, the new intentional model, the one you might want instead, could look something like this. Circumstance, still the same, I'm working 60 hours a week. Thought, I will find a way to reduce the number of work hours. Feeling, committed. Action, brainstorm, evaluate, prioritize what's important, find ways to become more productive, and start saying no. Result, work 40 hours a week. So you go from a current thought and model that doesn't really serve you to a thought that ultimately creates the results that you want. Now, to answer the question, there are no right or wrong ways when it comes to the number of models or the type of models that you use, but I would say, generally speaking, that it's good to create both a current model and also an intentional model, one that you kind of want to move towards, where what result do you want? Like, where do you want to go? Because that shows you the contrast between the two. However, make sure that you stay and explore your current way of thinking. You can ask yourselves questions like, how does this show up in my life in other areas? Are there thoughts and feelings and actions and results that I take in other areas of my life that looks like this? And what can I learn from this model? What comes up for me? And why do I think I choose this thought, for example? So becoming aware of your thinking, of your current thinking, can be very powerful just by itself. And it's also good practice to let all those thoughts just come and go and let them pass through and not always respond and try and change them. Just being the observer of your own mind. Now, when you create an intentional model, the model that you want to practice, where you want to go, make sure that you believe the thought that is in your thought line. You truly have to believe it, or your brain will reject it and it will start bouncing back and forth. I kind of view it as a tennis match where one thought is the one you currently have and the other thought is the thought you want to think, and then you just go back and forth and back and forth. You want to end that game. And the way to end that game is that, one, you have to truly believe the new thought, and you have to practice the new thought a lot. If you have any questions, my email is helen@porlaandpine.com. That was it for today. Thank you for being here.